What's going on, guys? Franchise here. Welcome back to some Overwatch. Today, we're going to be talking about support players and the support roles in general. It's something that Blizzard has recently brought back into the game with the addition of a new hero and also just some buffing and mixing around with support players, trying to get maybe people to take interest in support class. And I got Meg here, and that's honestly her role. She loves playing Mercy.
I love supporting you in Overwatch.
Right. Well, it's not a bad cause. Overwatch is a good thing to support, and supporting me as your boyfriend is probably a good idea, right?
Support the Genji 2016.
Although
Make America great again.
Although you like to heal other people more than you like to heal your own boyfriend, but
That is not true. That is not true. I just heal people who are doing well in the game.
that means me, normally. No, just kidding. My favorite things that recently happened in the last patch, and I'm going to link the patch notes in the description, so if you guys haven't seen the patch yet, it's been out for almost a week. What they wanted to do was make some more of the support class viable, because basically, before this last patch, it was basically Mercy and Lucio, because Symmetra really wasn't really useful, neither was Zenyatta. He was pretty squishy, is the term I like to say.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have Ana yet, so what has been some of your experiences playing these classes even before the patch? I want to know how you feel as being a support player.
Honestly, I never even thought I'd get into this game. I thought it had a really thick learning curve, and then I started playing it, and I went through my week and a half of rage.
Yeah.
And then I finally fell into it. And I used to play Pharah. All I wanted to do was rush and blow everybody up, and I never really got into supports. And then I found Mercy, and it was like a match made in heaven. Oh, the puns, I know. I just fell in love with it, and I liked the ability to keep people alive and revive them and, hold clutch situations that normally everyone would die and that'd be it. Your team would just
And it's got to be some,
peace.
ego boost that, the enemy comes in, does some ultimate, and they're like, psych, everybody's alive again.
I love bringing the Reinhardts back up.
Yeah.
Like, you took out the beast tank, and you think you're done with it. Surprise, motherfucker.
You're like, psych, I'm here, let's go.
Yeah.
But, my experience, I never really was a huge support player. I think my most played support right now is a Lucio, followed by now it's going to be Zenyatta, because Zenyatta is beastly.
Good for you, because I've never played Lucio.
I really do like Lucio, not just because of the fact that he has some really gnarly hockey skins.
But because you can boot people up
Yes,
the map.
exactly. Booping people is like my favorite. I watch Lucio booping montages in my downtime. They recently just buffed him to where his wall run, you can infinitely wall run now. It's amazing. I just skirt around. It's pretty sick.
What's that map where you have the big hole in the middle?
Oh, Ilios, yeah. I just boot people in there and then I jump in there and then yeah.
Yeah, there was a Lucio running around in a circle around the inside of that, and I was Pharah and I jumped up there and was just shooting it until he died. You're not coming up.
Well, yeah, let's kind of get into some of the situations, especially with the patch now. We have 5 total support players, 4 of which are viable in a lot of different situations.
One of which I absolutely hate.
Right?
I tried to get into it, this whole Ana thing. Everyone's been running Ana now in quick play just to try and get used to her. I can't get it, man.
All the competitive games that we've had in Ana, she's been really good. Our teammate has been very good. Healed, used the right super. But I feel like, situational-wise, on offense, that's primarily a Lucio and Zenyatta now. Especially because Zenyatta his health is up to 200. He can Discord Orb, and now with the McCree patch too, it's you're going to see a lot of McCrees and then 2 supports, even 3 supports. We've been running 3 supports, some of us.
And everyone's been talking about McCree versus Pharah. Zenyatta versus Pharah.
Zenyatta
you can take that right out of the sky.
Bro, it's Zenyatta versus the world.
Yeah.
Right now, seriously.
That's why, okay, if I'm Mercy, these are the top players I'm going to try and buff. I'm going to try and buff a McCree. Obviously, he's overpowered as is with this new patch. I'm going to try and buff a Reinhardt and give him as much heals as possible. I'm going to buff any Genji, whether it be Steve or Josh, which is Pazzi, by the way. Go check him out. I'm going to try and buff Zenyatta. If you don't believe me, I'm pretty sure we're going to drop some gameplay where I'm buffing the shit out of Zenyatta.
Yeah, I think one of the
wrecks.
clips in the background, you're going to see it. I'm literally double damage Zenyatta, and I one-shot somebody with a Discord cross map. I'm just like, what just happened?
Yep, you got killed by the most squishiest player in the game.
Well, technically, that's Tracer now, but it used to be Zenyatta.
I hate Tracer, oh my god.
That's for a whole nother thing. We'll talk about some offense in some other video, but...
Yeah, but definitely for attack, Zenyatta. For defend, Mercy.
I would say Mercy, especially because, this is a really common thing, we talked about the res, and I feel like this is a good spot to kind of get into some of the things that they've adjusted with some of the characters. The first thing they really did with Mercy is they wanted Mercy to not dictate every game because of the instance of the revive. So it's you kill the whole team, say, that happened yesterday. My Reaper ult, take out the whole team, and then she revived. And I'm just like, well, I just wasted it all. It's basically it cancels out your ults, and I feel like before the patch, Mercy had a res like almost every time there was a team fight.
Well, you know, when I would play Mercy, I'm pretty good, so when I'm healing and applying damage, it's just making my res come faster and faster, and I could revive them guys just one at a time, not necessarily the whole team. I would have enough reses to do it, to where I think my highest res was like 9-10 people in one game.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
mean,
ridiculous.
that's a good thing, is because, like, you're not one of those people who just saves it for the whole team to get, like, play the game. If you see, like, our most important players down, you just automatically heal it,
Like
because you know
King's Row.
yeah, because you know you're gonna get it back so quick, and you're just, like, hopping around with me, and we're staying
Yeah,
alive.
he's a Genji, I'm a Mercy, we're in King's Row on the first attack point, and they got their entire team, including a Reinhardt, sitting there, and I'm just hopping in the center, back and forth, and I have heals on Genji, and it was both of us holding for our entire team to come back, and we survived and won.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Epic.
I think going forward, them doing this to Mercy is gonna help games not be so dependent on Mercies, because honestly, since the patch, I haven't seen as many Mercies. I've seen more Zenyatta
Yeah.
and a ton of Ana, which Ana is one of those characters that I think it's a big skill gap because you're like a hit scan weapon. A lot of people think that you should aim down sight with it because it's a sniping class, but in reality, you want to hit fire most of it, and I'll have some gameplay in the background at some point of some Ana stuff. I feel like she's kind of underpowered, but then really overpowered when it comes to her super ability, because her super gives somebody 30% speed boost, 50%
Yeah.
damage boost, and 50% healing
Weren't
boost.
you just telling me that you faced off against a Reinhardt that was supered and you
Yeah,
just wanted to cry?
I wanted nothing to do with it. Like, I just see this Reinhardt running,
run.
sprinting at me, just trying to knock me around with his hammer. I'm just
That's
like, I don't
terrifying.
want anything of
That
this.
is terrifying.
But the thing is, too, you put that super on anybody, you put it on a Genji with a sword, and combo that with, like, a Zarya ult where they're all clustered, that's a team kill.
Now, can you apply the super and be Mercy damage boosted at the same time and just destroy everything known to
Yep,
man?
you could stack the Mercy with the Ana ult.
Oh my god.
So it's like people, when they
I need
figure
to
that
do
out,
that.
yeah, when people figure that out, it's gonna be like mind-blowing. Especially McCree,
Right.
you get like a high noon plus the damage buff too. It's insane.
Well, I don't think a lot of people want to play Mercy solely because you're not getting kills. You're there to help everybody else get kills. And a lot of the times you get left behind by teammates, and this is why I don't like to play Mercy just when I'm by myself in quick play or competitive. I'd like to have a team that I can communicate with who can watch my back. Because everyone's going after that Mercy first thing.
Especially is like I normally play a lot of Genji or offensive characters, and my first priority is always healer. I
Yeah.
always go the healer first
Yeah.
before, because if you kill the healer, and especially if you're getting towards the end of the game on like a payload game, if you kill the healer, they don't have the res, so you can push even farther.
Do you know how many times I get killed because my teammates just don't, like, they see the person coming at me, they don't care.
No.
They leave me there, and then as I'm, like, trying to respawn, I see, I need healing. It's like, bitch.
You're like, if you would have kept me alive, I'd be here right now.
I know.
I mean, to be honest with you, that's kind of the biggest drawback of playing a healer is for me, because I feel like if you're a person like me who likes to be part of the action, but you want to get kills, Zenyatta and Lucio are going to be your two best support players, because Lucio does a lot of damage actually for a support player, plus his AoE healing ability, and then when you factor in his ultimate, he's a great offensive support player because you can drop his ult, it gives everybody a crap ton of health,
Right.
and then you push in, you can boot people, you can push people back, and you do a lot of damage, so that's great. And then
Those are the
Zenyatta,
best ones.
and then Zenyatta has the orb, the Discord orb, which you put anything on somebody and they're like 2 or 3 shot, even like a Reinhardt, a tank. Like, that's the best thing to combat a Reinhardt besides a Bastion is a Zenyatta, because you demolish his tank, or
Right.
you demolish his shield.
Yeah, but if you think about it, I know we're not talking a lot about Symmetra, and I know some of you guys might play her as a go-to, but I feel like she's the Mei of heroes, like the support heroes.
I don't know, May's
She
Bay.
gets really, really annoying
May
real
is Bay
quick.
though, but
Yeah.
the one thing is May can actually change a game. Symmetra, I think once you figure out her turret placement and like say a map like Temple of Anubis where you know there's turrets in certain rooms, like me as a certain kind of player, I know that, so it's like I already am thinking past that, and if I get past the point where she has a turret, she's kind of useless.
Yeah.
Unless she can catch up to me.
Unless you have 6 Symmetras and you're playing Hanamura and you're putting up that wall of death, then that's a completely different story. But even a good Genji can outflank that.
True.
You jump up top, go through
and
it.
dash, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you pretty much get through it. I feel like support players now, though, are going to get a lot more plentiful, I hope, because I see a lot of people in quick play and competitive. I don't really have a problem with people playing support. There's normally a Lucio or even an Ana, and I'm cool with that. But in quick play, you can tell the kind of caliber of player, they all just want to get kills, and that's fine. But if you really want to benefit your team, learn how to play at least one support, because I feel like if you're going to be a good Overwatch player and go into competitive, you're not always going to be able to get the thing that you want. So you
Right.
can slide into another role. So it's important to always know at least 1 or 2 characters in each role and be good at them.
Especially now because competitive, they said you can only pick one hero. So if someone took your hero,
If someone took your hero and then your second hero,
you better learn to figure
you-
out different classes.
exactly, and
different
then
characters.
not to mention just situational in the game. Sometimes you need to switch your role on the fly, and that's the best thing about Overwatch is being able to switch your role. You're not
Yeah.
locked into a character the whole time. You can switch, and then you can do other things. It's awesome. That's my favorite part of the game. And being a support can be really stressful, but it can be very, very rewarding, especially when you get play of the game, 6-man reses, or
Yeah, those are
you're a
fun.
Lucio and you boop somebody off, or you destroy some people as Zenyatta, and
I'm sure you guys have your own stories.
so yeah, what is your favorite supports to play if you're playing supports? And if there's anything else you want to see from us, please let us know in the description and in the comments below.
It's been awesome playing Overwatch, and maybe we'll see you guys in one of our lobbies.
Alright, thanks guys. Have a great day.
Later.